What is this? Okay. All right, the stream looks good. The stream looks good. Let's go. Okay, we cooking. We are cooking now. You guys, I am so excited because today we are going to be judging a loop competition. I'm going to be judging a loop competition, which is great because kind of been out of touch with the loop community. I've just kind of been doing my own stuff, my own loops. But we got some nice names here, some guys that I know have been killing it lately, and I'm excited to see what they got. What's up, Daffa? Welcome to the stream. This is weird because I see Mills here, but I don't see him here. I don't see him in my thing. Mills. So elusive. Anybody else's? Why is he in everyone else's? He's in everyone else's except mine. Alright. No. No! Mills. Alright, I guess putting him last. Because what else can I do? But yeah. Hold on. Let me just say that I'm live right now. Look, I'm live. Live streaming now. Amazing. Okay. I think we're just gonna get started with this. Chat, if you can tell me if you can hear this.
Hi, this is Mills from America, and you're about to watch my entry for the Beatbox Games Winter Loopstation Tournament 2020.
Thank you, Mills. What does that sound like? Does that sound good? I hope so. I hope we can all hear that. Is it like echoey? Okay. It's great. Perfect. Then let's get this show on the road. We're starting off with the boy, Mills. 505.
Hi, this is Mills from America, and you're about to watch my entry for the Beatbox Games Winter Loopstation Tournament 2020.
Interesting. Okay. That was like a little too dissonant to be enjoyable right then. portion. That's a nice harmony, actually. That kick is way too far back in the mix, I think. I don't think I like that. Let it! That phaser's popping off. Stage presence. Alright. Still got a minute left. Come on, Mills. Bring it home, baby. Interesting. It turned blue! Oh, he's singing.
Side to side, side to side like this.
We vinyl flicking now.
But I can no longer take it anymore. So life goes on, and I must say goodbye like this.
Okay. It was interesting. It was very interesting. I wish Carl Thomas remix. Just for reference. Because I don't know this song. Can we play the music video? I'm probably going to get copy strike for
I
this.
didn't order a pizza.
I know. But that
Remember,
Parker Pro
friends,
saved me so much from my insurance. For a
Don't
little
use
something
ad block.
special.
Support your
Parker.
creators. Okay. I see what he was trying to do with the delay now, like the chords and stuff.
It was love at the sight. I know.
Okay, that's a bop. All right, I'm actually gonna add that to my playlist later. I need to save that. Thank you, Mills, for the song suggestion. Unfortunately, I don't think that the Loopstation rendition of that did it justice. And I know it's obviously because there's a difference between like Loopstation mixing and like professional studio mixing. That's very difficult, very hard to come by. It's very difficult to EQ your Loopstation and make it all sound like cohesive and make certain things shine more than others. Like your kick, the kick for me at least was like too far back in the mix. It wasn't punchy enough for me. Like when I was listening to this, that kick is like that kick is very much in the front of things. You know what I mean? It's very in the front. It's very prominent, and that's why the beat is so hard. That's why you're bopping instantly. I couldn't really find myself bopping because of that absence of the kick drum, and I don't know. That might be just your EQ settings on. I felt there was a lot of high end, not so much low end. The only time like low end was really prominent was when the phaser came in, but then the phaser was kind of overwhelming, you know? I actually want to watch this back to see how these harmonies... This reminds me of Rhythmine's second round during GBB. Okay. Interesting. know if I like that dissonance. It might have been intentional, but I don't think it sounds good. I don't even think it's in the original.
Her eyes said it all.
Oh, it is in the original. All right. Good on you, Mills. Well, then in that case, that's very hard to set up. I think it's either granular delay. Yeah, it's granular delay. That's very hard to set up, and he was struggling a little bit. Like at times it was super dissonant, and it was just like it like hurt me a little bit. But you know, that's kind of what has to happen in order for those chords to get set up like that. Let me read the chat. What's up, Joshua? What's up, Colin? What's up, Mateo? Thank you, Nemesis. So for Mills, musicality, I'll give him like a 7, I think. Oh wait, what happened? Does this still count? I'm confused. Let me refresh. Hopefully that. Nope, it's still there. Strange. Okay, so for Mills, I'm gonna give him a 7 right there. Technicality, that is hard to set up. I'll give him that. But overall, I think the granular delay thing could have been executed a little better. And these vinyl flick patterns where he's just it's not necessarily hard to do. And it didn't really fit the theme he was going for. I wish that he stayed more true to this original, because that vibe is so nice. So if you're gonna make a cover, you either have to stay true to the original, or you have to make it your own. But in this, I don't really see like a Mills 505 style. Do you know what I mean? Like, and maybe that's just because I haven't really listened to much Mills 505 in my day, and shame on me for that. But I don't know. This is tricky. For technicality, I'm gonna give him a 6, I guess. Yeah. Originality, that phaser drop. I'm so sick of those kind of phaser drops with the Pinawani. And as I said before, that granular delay, the what's it called? It sounded, at first I thought he was like opening up with Rhythmind's second round in GBB. That's what it sounded like a lot to me. And I know it's a similar technique with the granular delay and stuff, but for me, I'm gonna have to give that a 3. Not only because it's it doesn't help that it's a cover either, you know? Yeah. Doesn't help that it's a cover. Flow? His hi-hats are like kind of lagging behind the his hi-hats are like lagging behind the melody. It's like it's not like it's not all there, you know? I'm gonna give him like a 5, I guess. And then last but not least, we have cleanliness. And again, that kick is very far back in the mix, like way too far back for my liking. Is not an ideal hi-hat for this kind of thing. Maybe if you put like high pass filter over it and it was something more like instead of just a raw because that's a little abrasive, but this It's like further back in the mix. And I think overall just like more tolerable. So I think I'm gonna get for cleanliness, and also the phaser was just too up in my face. So I think I'm gonna give him a 4 in cleanliness. And that is Mills 505. Overall an 18. I'm probably gonna be a rough judge for like a few of these. Most of these. Like I'm not gonna try and pull any punches. Let me check chat. Oh, we got the boys in here. We got Match, we got Ping Pong. We got Clutch, we got Hunty. What's going on, boys? Mills winning GBB 21 100%. We shall see. Rough judging is good, honestly. It is the only way people get better. Well, there you have it, folks. Can I just... YouTube, don't copy strike me. I'm using it as a point of reference. Up next, we got Colin Effects. He's in the chat right now. He says he's nervous. Let's see if that nervousness... Oh, hold on. I need to read the comments. Let's read the comments! Dude, I'm going full Maddox right now. Let me analyze that. Thank you for your entry. How old are you? That is sick. Sick. Nice. I like it. Nice one. Nice. Positive vibes. We love to see it. And now we got Colin Effects. Xenogenesis. Another cover? Alright, I'm going to save this for after. I think I know this song. I'm a big fan of the Fat Rat. I'm a fan of his stuff. He has that one song that goes like the... he is a... Love that song. It's called Unity. Look up Unity by the Fat Rat. That's a fire song. And who else covers the Fat Rat? Dice covers the Fat Rat. Stronger? They're getting stronger every... That's also a Fat Rat song. That's what I'm here for, the reading of the comments. Yeah. Alright, Colin. Let's see what you got, and then I'll...
Yo, this is Colin Effects from the United States, and this is my wild card for the Beatbox Games Loopstation Winter Tournament.
USA, baby. Wait a minute, wait.
Tournament. Yo, this is Colin Effects.
What is that? You guys see that, right? There's a pre-recorded loop. Let me not judge too harshly just yet, but that's already, like, kind of a red flag for me. Kind of like cut out when he wasn't supposed to. Okay. Isn't it? Okay, now I recognize it. Right. Okay. That makes sense, and because that note sounded very out of place. Full risers. Nice transpose. Okay. Interesting. I wonder why he manually decided to do that. Hmm. Josh, hold on. This is really important. This is this is Biscuit Pizza. It's my old Discord artwork. Anyway, sorry, Colin. Oh God, I didn't know that would stop the video. I think we were here though. But that's Biscuit PNG. Thank you for asking. Okay, we still this. Okay. Nice final flick. A little reverb to fade it out. Bah! Stage presence at the end. A sigh of relief that it's over. Yeah, man. You looked a little stressed, I'm not gonna lie. But it's okay. Musicality? The melody. Okay, first of all. I'm gonna have to skip through this because I don't want to get copy striked. Ah, that note is different. That's what this song is saying. And in the loop, Colin is going as opposed to. You hear the difference? Okay. So that note was a little sharp from Colin there. I think any other judge that could have slipped by. But I'm perfect pitch boy, so not today, sir. Also, I wish. Hold on, let me hear the drop of this. See if the bass line is anything different. Okay, that was a point I wanted to make for Colin. The point I wanted to make for Colin was the bass line in this loop is which is like fine, but when the melody is changing as much as it is, and you got the bong gang 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 gong bang gang, like you're literally doing the bass line in the granular delay setup, in the granular delay melody. So you might as well do the same notes with your guitar to bass, because in the guitar to bass you're just going ba, da, when you could be going ba 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 ba, or like whatever the bass line is, because the bass line felt kind of flat for me. Like that was supposed to be like the hype part, but it was the only thing different musically than the melody. You know what I mean? Like right there, it's clashing because the bass note is, but the chord is, which is like, it's kind of, I don't know. It doesn't work for me. It would just be so much more satisfying musically if it were just, if that were the bass line. So, and I think the musicality wise, you got the melody like 95% right. But the bass line was a little off for me. So I think in musicality, I'm gonna give you a 6. 6 in musicality. Technicality, your track effects use is very good. Like you alternate between them very well. Like it's pretty fluid. Oh, let me get cleanliness out of the way, because you had a few mix-ups in the beginning, like just setting up the track. So, and they were noticeable too. So I think in cleanliness, like in terms of how well you executed the routine, I'm gonna have to give you like a 5, because like the drops were good, and the use of the track effects in the drops were good. But you know, you can't be screwing up in the setups, especially when it's a wild card and you can take as many takes as you need, you know? Like that just shouldn't happen. In originality, it is a cover, and it is another granular delay melody thing. And then it's another beat scatter slicer thing, which I don't know. I feel like that's the current meta of looping. It feels very by the book, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me personally, because I'm trying to hear like techniques that I haven't really heard before. And this is nice, you know? Like there's nothing inherently wrong with it. It's just it doesn't stick out to me, you know what I mean? Like this is the second, and definitely not the last, loop wild card that is going to have a granular delay melody of some kind. So I think for originality, I'm also going to put you at a 5. Flow, I think the flow is fine. You know, the drums are there. The beat is it's nice and heavy. I appreciate that. I'll give flow like a 7. The beat scatter stuff and the vinyl flick, that was all in time. Technicality, setting up those granular delay things that fast is pretty difficult. Hitting the slicer and the vinyl flick in time with the music, that's also pretty difficult. I think I'm gonna give you a 6 in technicality. And there's Colin, currently first place on the leaderboard. Not bad, Colin. You had a few mess ups, like, but I think you know that, and you know you're gonna get better. This is a step in the right direction for you, as far as I'm concerned. Let's read the comments. Took 90 minutes of filming. Jeez, man. Jeez. It has to be complex and hard. Absolutely. It has to be. But yeah. Not bad, Colin. Epos.
Beatbox Games Winter Loopstation Tournament.
He has a second device. Oh, right. He does have a second device. Okay. Yeah, Colin, don't be upset, dude. As far as I'm concerned, this was some of your best. Second device OP. Second device OP. Second device OP. Second. Okay. That feels like an accident. This, you hear that in the background? I hear it in my headphones, just like a... That must have been like a part of the delay or something from the previous melody, but it didn't turn off all the way. That's unfortunate. So now it's caught. It's caught in this hi-hat snare loop. See the... Jesus Christ. Sherman. Is he EQing his guitar to bass? That is not something you can do live, by the way, or else the speaker will just straight up break. Sounds nice in my headphones, though. Heavy kick. I hear his metronome. Ding! Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta choose a new metronome besides the ding! I recommend metronome too. It's all the way at the back. It's all the way at the back of the metronome list. That's the one. It just... Oh no, it's just... That's all you need. You don't get that annoying ding! At the very front of it. I'm not exactly one to judge second devices because I don't have one. I know it's responsible for this wa-da-da melody and maybe some of the whoop that he was just doing. And it's overall just makes your drums sound cleaner, so that's a plus. It did not need to take 2 minutes and like 40 seconds for this job, in my opinion anyway. It's vibey, but it doesn't feel like there are as many moving parts as he thinks there are. That cut was kind of very abrupt stop. Reversing the melody, classic. Yeah, there's a sick reverse, but there needs to be more happening for me. Another rough cut. You can hear like the very back end of the drums cut out. It's cut short. It's very jarring. If you're gonna cut out the snare, either do it. Okay. Musically, that's an 8. Pretty simple, but like it's a vibe. I can't lie. That melody and that bass line, a vibe. That's nice. I like that. Technicality, again, This is hard for me to judge because I'm not a second device aficionado, so I don't know how hard that wah ba ba is to set up. But it seems that's all that he used it for, and maybe the boop, or maybe that's like synth or vocal distortion or something. But either way, technically there wasn't going on. Technically, in terms of technicality, in terms of like boop 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 boop, I think there was more going on in Collins. I think I'm gonna give this a 5 in technicality. In originality, I don't know if this is Skylight. I don't know. That might be an original. I think it's an original song. I could be Epos if you're here, or if you're watching. Let me know if that's an original, because I like it. You know, this probably was just not the best showcasing of it. Originality, I'll give it a. It reminds me a lot of Frosty's loops. At least with the second device, because he does this arpeggio delay thing with the blah 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 blah. He has a routine. Frosty has a routine called Mountain, where he does exactly that. He goes what, and like the bass line is filthy on that. Oh, I love that routine. But anyways, enough about Frosty. Is he judging this? No, he's not judging this. Anyways, it did sound a little bit like Frosty's in that regard. I think originality, I'll give it a 6, just because I know that there's so much more you can do with a second device. And it's just like, you have a whole second device and you're going to sound like Frosty. The idea is sick though. Flow, the flow is nice, dude. Again, it's a vibe. Sometimes there are these like small mistakes with the shutting off the loop and stuff, or like the snares with where it gets delayed like that. But I think for overall flow, I'll give it like a 6. And then cleanliness, I think this is where that factors in. Hold on, 1 second. Breezy, this is just my sheet. Like, my results don't mean the entire thing. You know what I mean? Like, these are just my judges. I'm not showing the entire overall winners, you know what I mean? So I feel like it's okay. I mean, if you don't want me to, I thought the whole point of this was that I would judge it, you know what I mean? But I'm not showing like the results of the whole event, and I'm not showing Jimmy's results or Mateja's results or KBA's results. I'm just showing mine. This is my take on it. It doesn't really reveal anything. Yeah. So I'm just gonna keep doing this. I don't see what I want there to be full transparency within the Loop community about what I'm giving them and why. And in cleanliness, I think I'm gonna give him a 6 because the sound design is so crisp. Actually, you know what? I'll bump it up to a 7 because the sound design is so crisp. Like the kicks and stuff and the bass line, it's so nice in my headphones. But again, the cleanliness falls off for me when it comes to these little transitions. Yeah, and also Matei and Jimmy are doing the stream as well. But yeah, for cleanliness, I'm gonna give it a 7 because sound design is great. Sound design is great, and the second device has a lot to do with that, I believe. But yeah, those transitions, man, those need a little cleaning up. But let's move on.
Hi.
We got a few more. Oh wait, I need to read Let's read the comments.
Beatbox games, Winter Loopstation.
D-Lo likes it. I like that. I love D-Lo. He's my favorite beatboxer. You inspire me a lot at the moment. Alright, KBA, go off. Dope, love the atmosphere. It was simple yet so good and very well composed. Better than mine? Yeah, by 3 points. If we're getting specific. Double likes it. Tonka likes it. And again, I don't think it needed to take 2 minutes to get there. You know what I mean? I don't think it needed to take 2.5 minutes to get to where it needed to be. So I think because a regular song would not do that. I think I'm gonna take a regular song would not take 2 minutes and 48 seconds just to set everything up. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't feel worth it for me. That's just me though. Anyway, we're moving on to Romapus.
And this is my wildcard for Beatbox
Spain.
battle.
14? 14 in Spain? Oh, we gotta read the Colin Effects video comments. I'm sorry, dude. You almost broke 1K. Dilo says that was sick. Safe, bro. Safe, bro. Thanks for the comment. Didn't know that Sorrow has a son. Right. I love the fat rat. So much talent nowadays. We need a tutorial. Wait, that's a cool drop. Josh, why do you sound surprised, bro? Colin Effects is sick. That was so good. So happy this was on my recommended. This is brilliant. Might as well be in. So proud of you, Colin. Nice use of vinyl flick and slicer. Right. Alright. A lot of the comments are also just very nice. Very nice comments. So nice to Colin.
Hi, I'm Romapus, and this is my
My guy got the piano set up. There it is. I was like, when is it? There it is. That is way too loud. I can hardly hear the drums over this bass line.
drum, 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 bass, drum, bass, drum, bass, drum, bass, drum, bass, drum, bass,
Drum bass.
drum, bass,
My
drum,
favorite genre.
drum, bass, 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 drum, bass,
Huh?
drum, bass, drum, bass, drum, bass, drum, bass. Drum, bass, 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 drum, bass.
That bass line is too disorienting for me. And the drums are like non-existent. Flanger! Flanger! Everybody's favorite effect. Flanger. Slicer and flanger and something else probably. Vinyl flick! Yes! It's too bad the drums are like all the way back here. Okay, okay. Cleanliness. Let's start off with that right off the bat. That's gonna get a 3 from me. Because the bass line is like disorienting and it's in the front and it's just like and it's like oh no. Well, meanwhile the drums are like hold on, let me actually do the loop. It goes like Wow. That's what it feels like to me. Flow The slicer didn't feel in time. With the it didn't feel right to me. That didn't flow for me. Drum bass, drum bass. I don't know. I'll give that a 5. Originality, definitely like a 4. Slicer, vinyl flick, flanger, and a ba ba ba. I don't know. Doesn't feel very inspired to me. And we need better, and we need more original lyrics than drum bass for a drum and bass track. It's like, we know what genre it is. That's just me, though. His kick was messy too. Agreed. Yeah, not only was it in the, not only was it like super far back in the mix, but it was also just like which didn't help. Technicality, I don't know, he used the 3 track effects, maybe. Kind of sloppily, I might add. So I think I'll give him a 4 for that. Musicality, I don't know. I think I'll also give him a 4 for that. Because the bass, there was only one melody really, and it was the bass going bah, which is not very interesting, musically speaking. So overall, yep, looks about right. What did I give Mills again? No way. Oh, it's because this is out. I don't know how to fix this. What the heck? Well, that's a 7. So that's a 25 in actuality. I don't know why the score is telling it. I don't even know why he's not on my sheet. But anyways, let's read the comments. A lot of Spanish, because this man is from Spain. Only 14 and doing that? Wow. Yeah. Colin and this guy, 14-year-old gang. Tonker, you are not alone. Is this a Michael Jackson cover? You are not alone. I'm here with you. I hope so. I don't think it is. Or is it a... I'll listen to it. Let me just listen to it. Yeah. Interesting start. Yeah. Sounds like a meme. Oh, he's got a second device? Okay. Cool! I like that. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say that kick's not enough, but now it's punchy. This is good so far. What is this? Oh. Oh. Nice. I like that consistent. That's nice. Let me just get this out of the way. It's not Michael Jackson, unfortunately, but I like it. Oh, he got the whole Discord going. He got the whole Discord jumping, yo. And he got the edits and the watermarks. This feels very similar to the first drop. Okay, I liked that. That's definitely the best one so far. Technicality, I'll give that like a 7 because the setup was really nice. Really good setup. Originality, I'm not a fan of the pretty basic in terms of like how, as far as house tracks go. I'll give it a 6 though because the melody's nice, you know what I mean? And flow, I'll give that a 6. When it comes to flow, oh, and let me answer this question. Just out of curiosity, what makes this an 8 rather than a 9? When I think of musicality, I think of like song structure. And as far as song structure goes, this was a little too repetitive for me, you know? It's like musicality is like, would I like listening to this as an actual song if it were recorded and produced exactly this way? And the answer is not really. Like, yes, musically it is more advanced than the other Wildcards, but as far as repetition goes, that's gonna bring it down. That's, you know, if it had more variety, you know, then it would be a 9, maybe even a 10 because that melody is super nice. But yeah, it needs more variation. The first drop and the second drop were like nearly identical, which is unfortunate because second drop had a lot of potential. I think felt kind of wasted, and the chord progression was the same like the whole time, which I know is hard. It's hard to switch up chord progressions on loop, but there's other stuff you can do in the background or have going on, which is so for flow. But the hi-hat, all the drums were really good. So I'm gonna give a 7 in flow. And cleanliness, everything was clean. The kicks were clean. And the hi-hats were very in the front, which is good. Let me. Actually, the more I'm listening to it, the kick sounds kind of muddy. Like it's great. It's a strong kick, but it's like kind of. And the hi-hats are like little baby hi-hats. But the melody and stuff is really clean. I think overall, I'll give it a 7. 87677. Nice one, Tonker. Let's read the comments! Thank you for your entry. Yo. Man of culture! Oh my god. Nice one. This track screams happiness. I wonder what... Yeah, I guess. I don't necessarily correlate screaming and happiness. Like, I don't put those in the same category, but sure. You can sing too? Love that vibe. Nice one, lad. Yes, lad. Tonker, you're an all-around lad. I hope you know that. Up next, we got Cryptic.
Sup, this is Cryptic from Denmark.
Why did that sound auto-tuned? Did you guys hear that? That sounded like auto-tune.
Sup, this...
Stop. Stop.
This is Cryptic from Denmark. This is sup. This is...
Oh, I love that. It's really funny. That's really funny. It's not a voice crack. I think it's an editing error. But anyway, sup is really funny to me. Okay. Anyway. Mine is 10 technicality.
This is Cryptic from Denmark, and this is my wildcard for the Winter Beatbox Battle Games.
All alone.
Let's go!
You think you'd be better off alone? Second device. Jesus Christ. Why is that snare in this ear? Get some panning stuff. My guy started out with an empty track as well, but now it's gone. Okay. Ooh, that's kind of desynced. Kind of falls. The phaser kind of falls out of sync. I'll see you tonight. I'm seeing you today. Interesting. I think there could be more reverb on the vocals. We're going for the spacey vibe. I think there could be more reverb on the leading vocals. Don't look at me like that, Cryptic. You're scaring me. The tremolo's falling out of sync for me. Playing with the faders. Nice. Oh. He seems happy. The vocals, when he's singing into the mic, do not mix well with the sound design of the track overall. Sound design's very messy. Oh, and those harmonies. Oh, that hurts. Thanks for the kiss, boy. I got my Helix effects yesterday and made a routine I thought were pretty neat. It sounds like it. It does sound like you got those effects, or like you learned about them yesterday, because it's a little messy. It's a little loosely thrown together. Cleanliness, those hi-hats, immediate turn off for me. There's no reason hi-hats need to have that much low end. You know what I mean? And the kick was like, ugh. It was just like overwhelming. And the tremolo wasn't clean with the vocal distortion. Fell out of time a lot, so I think both of these get 4s. Originality, tremolo vocal distortion in a house routine, definitely common. I think this chord progression though, I think that's nice. Technicality. Well, it wasn't executed very well, you know? I'm gonna do musicality first, because the chord progression was nice, but those harmonies at the end, where he started singing, and his singing voice in general is just not... Guys, don't sing in a loop if you don't have the facilities for that. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. You can be a great looper, and you don't have to be a great singer. But like, we don't need to know that you're not a good singer, because you can mask it with your looping and your effects and how clean everything is. Like Inky, one of the best loopers out there. Doesn't really sing much. And when he does, he like disguises it with effects so that it's at least good. That it at least sounds good, and it sounds like atmospheric, you know what I mean? That's just one example that I can think of, though. Technicality, it's not very hard to do, and he messed up some execution with the tremolo, like playing with the level and the memory value, and also with the fader stuff. So I think I'm gonna give that a 5. Yeah. Let's read the comments. Sick beatbox sound at 0 seconds.
Stop this.
Yup. Yup. If I come back to this video for anything, it will be for that.
This
Slether from... Oh God, it's blanking on me. But I know where he's from. I've judged him before in a battle. And he was pretty impressive. He battled PSN, and PSN is dope. I think he made a wild card. PSN, did you make a wild card? PSN did not make a wild card. I wish, dude. PSN's sick. But Sluther is also sick, so let's see what
is
he's got.
Slether from Germany, and it's my wild card to get into the Beatbox Games Loopstation tournament.
PSN, you never battled him? I could have sworn you did, dude. You were in the same tournament, though. I definitely judged it in the same tournament. I don't know about those kicks. Sounded out of time. Oh, I'm thinking of someone different, PSN. That's my fault. I was thinking of someone else with an S in their name. From somewhere in South America.
You go
Hit him.
and all you see is all the world.
I gotta admit, the setup for this melody and stuff, quick. Slether, you're not making a good case for yourself in the originality category, I'll tell you that right now.
Nothing new to see out
Yo, what's up, Hardzell in the chat? What's up, baby?
There's something out here, something new.
Reverse! Nice high pass filter. Okay, so here's... Oh, no. Laser, wait your turn. I have to talk about Slether first. So the thing about this wild card is that it was good. In that it got set up really quickly and very efficiently in terms of the melody and the drums and all that stuff. That took like maybe a minute. Like he had everything ready to go by a minute in, which is not easy to do, especially when you got that many notes to work around in the granular delay, right? However, there came a time when I was like, I'm waiting for this to be over. Which you never want. As a looper, you never want to feel like, you never want the audience to feel like, okay, kind of dragging for me. Like it's kind of overstayed its welcome. Like, yeah, the idea is sick, but when you introduce it that early and it goes on for 3+ minutes, then it starts to be like, okay. And the filter was a nice touch, but it wasn't enough to save how repetitive it was. You know what I mean? I do like that melody though, that chord progression. When the melody came in, I was like, that's nice. So for musicality, I'll give you like a 7. Because again, repetition. Actually, do I give you a 7 or an 8? I give you a 7.5. That's why that exists. Yes. Not 7-5, idiot. What are you, an idiot? So stupid, idiot. Technicality. I'll give you a 7 for that as well. Because you had a lot to set up in the beginning. And you did it all very quickly. And as far as I could tell, there were like no transitional mistakes. And the high pass filter was all really good. Originality. I've heard very little of Antrix that you guys are talking about in the comments. But I know Enhance, and I know and I know Enhance is one of Antrix's best friends, and that Antrix uses a lot of Enhance's techniques. And this does remind me a little bit of Enhance. So for originality, but the chord progression is very original. The high pass filter thing, I've heard it before. It's nice, but I've heard it before. Like a lot. Especially by Enhance. So for originality, gotta give you a 6.5. Because that's a very original chord progression. Flow. Like a 7. There were times where it felt like the drums were a little ahead. You know what I mean? Like it didn't always feel right. It didn't always feel. I'll change this to a 6.5 actually. And for cleanliness, like clean. Sound design, crisp. 7.5 for me. That means you are tied for first with Tonker. For me. Not in general. For me. Let's read the comments. German? I think this is. Probably. I think this is the quickest transition between an intro and the actual routine I've ever seen. Yeah, Josho, I said the same thing, actually. Not a very original opinion. Imagine changing the grand note with the memory value knob. Alright, MH, why you roasting him, bro? Let him set up how he wants to set up. It was clean. Moving on. Yos! Let's read the comments. Let's read the chat. Delays with filter. What's that? Okay, but who did it first? I didn't know you did it.
What's up? My name is Laser, and
Josh?
this is my wildcard for the Beatbox Games Winter Loopstation Tournament.
Where are you from, Laser? Ooh, breaking up the robot delay? This is gonna be drum and bass. I feel it. I don't like this progression. It's like he heard that and then he stopped. And now we got another thing coming in. Oh yeah, how did I miss the German flag? I'm so busy looking at him, his lit shirt, dude. Okay, this melody that he did right now with the granular delay. Oh, the kicks. I don't like that. Sound too messy. But this granular delay melody does not sound like it will fit in with the robot melody that he made. But I guess we'll see. Oh, and that bass line does not fit at all. You got 30 seconds, man. Bring it back. Reversing it. What's up, KBA? Good to see you. Alright, let's talk about it. He had 3 melodic components. He had the robot melody, he had the granular delay melody, and he had the bass line. And somehow, none of them were in tune with each other. None of them were in tune with each other. Which is very jarring. And like, it's not very pleasant to listen to. When you have three like conflicting ideas musically, and none of them I don't know, dude. That's a hard 4 in musicality for me, especially like the harshness of the vocal distortion later on, accompanied with the fact that it's very, very out of key. Technicality. He used like a good amount of input effects and track effects, but none of them were like utilized well. So it's gonna have to be a 4 in technicality for me. because I don't care how many buttons you can press. At the end of the day, is it helping your track? You know what I mean? Originality. Again, vocal distorting a granular delay melody is like something I've heard way too often. Flow, the drums felt really choppy at times and unclean. So I'm just gonna give 2 4s back to back. Yeah. I don't know what else there is to say about that, unfortunately. And I'm sorry, Laser, if you're watching this, but I hope you don't take this the wrong way. I hope you just like I hope you watch this and don't see this as me bashing you, but like maybe take like the melodies by themselves make sense, but not all together. And I think that's your biggest issue right now. Because that's how you started it. That's how you started the routine off the jump. And so like the melody is supposed to drag me in, but then you have three different things that are completely they don't feel like they blend together, you know? So that's where you've already lost me as far as it's concerned. And like you can't lose people in the setup. The setup is the most important part of any looping routine, because it's how it starts, and you have to keep the audience engaged, and you also have to not turn them away by doing a kind of melody or like 3 different kinds of melodies. I don't know. Again, don't take that as like, grr, I hate you. Like, no, I just want you to be better. Yeah. Let's read. Yeah, dude, just watch both analyses. Just watch KBA's, dude. KBA's and mine at the same time? Why not?
Hey, it's Permafrost representing Czech Republic, and this is my
Czech
welcome for
Republic.
Beatbox Games Loopstation Winter Tournament 2020. Let's go.
You guys are so whack. Commenting about my stuff, dude. Instead of that, these guys are so confused, probably. He didn't use an EQ on his drums. Yeah, again, cryptic. Just brush up on music theory. I think what you need to do, Cryptic, is just like really learn more about music theory and song structure and stuff, and how these things are supposed to blend together in terms of melodies, anyway. This song? This song! This brings me back, dude. Is this Bass Nectar? Is that his name? Well, I know this song. I know this song. Bass Hunter. I love this song, dude. It's very interesting to see a 100% vocal cover.
Ready for take off.
Lost me a little bit. Where did that come from? And why is it out of tune? This feels very messy right now. He was doing better when it was 100% vocal. When he didn't have any effects. Because like for the first minute and a half, he was doing everything vocally, and there were no effects on it. But then he brought these like, and now it's like throwing me off. Oh wow, it's just over. It just fades out? What? Interesting. Okay. For musicality, I'm going to give that a 5. And here's why it's not lower or higher. Because all that stuff in the beginning, when he was setting up, I was like, okay, I'm kind of vibing. He was in tune. Everything was fine. His singing was good. Now you're gone. It was all good. But then he introduced this, and I was like, what? Why? Why? And then the ring mod thing with the king. I don't know. I don't know. It threw me out of it. I was more intrigued when there were no effects. And then he put the vocal distortion on, and I was like, and the tremolo, or the slicer, or tremolo, or whatever it was, and I was like, where'd it come from? It's very jarring. If you're going to introduce effects, make sure that it's not all at once. Do you know what I mean? Because from half of that routine, it was like 100% voice generated. There were no effects besides like reverb maybe on the main vocals. But like, all of a sudden everything was just distorted. And then the bass line came in, and it was also very jarring. Yeah. Technicality. The intro stuff was hard to do. It's hard to sync up and also be in key. Originality. I'm gonna give you like a 4. Not only because it's a cover, but because it has a vocal distortion drop. And like the like very old school MB14 kind of stuff, even Neb. Like I think of MB14's Believer when I flow. Not gonna lie, the slicer didn't really do much for me. I'll give it a 5 because again the intro was so that worked for me. Cleanliness, he didn't EQ any of his drums, which was a very interesting choice for me. Which is why again when he vocal distorted everything, it was like really, I was like, huh? Because everything before that sounded really flat, and then all of a sudden it was just it was just loud. So I think I'm gonna give him a 4.5. Nah, just a 4. I don't like using 0.5s very much when I think I can just do it in whole numbers. Doing a trumpet. You're wondering how Gasper made trumpets out of nowhere? He used synth, and Oh no, he used filter synth. Or no, he used filter with the boom, 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 boom with dry kicks. And then he did synth vocal distort. And then reverb. That's how we did it. But don't tell anybody. Yeah, I think I can move on from that. But not before this. This brings me back, dude.
Now you're gone. I realize my love for you was strong. Gone. I realize my love for you was strong. And I miss you here. Now you're
Okay, no, we're moving on. For real. Let's read the comments. Nice cover, nice one. I really like it. This makes me mad. Fern, I hate you, bro. I hate you. YD Smith. Oh. He said, let me take a seat.
Yo, it's YD Smith, and this is my wildcard for the Beatbox Games Winter Loopstation Tournament.
Where are you from, YD Smith? Germany? Okay. I don't like that BMG texture very much.
getting stronger every day. Getting stronger
Why?
every day. Getting stronger every day. Getting stronger every day.
That's true.
Why? Why? He didn't pull a 3-4 on me. Okay, now it's okay. He didn't pull a 3-4 on me. It just repeats every 3 measures. Why?
Getting stronger every day.
Drop it.
Yay, filter, step rate. Okay, that's kind of better, but it's still in 3. Okay, I like that now.
Getting stronger every day.
Come on. Come on. Come on. He said, okay. Musicality. The bass line and the stronger lyrics did not work well together. And also, why? Why? Why couldn't it just be black? That would have been infinitely better. Yeah. Technicality. I can't really say much about the technicality. Like the filters and stuff, and the flange, like that was all good. It was all placed well. It didn't necessarily sound the best all the time, but it was there, you know. He clearly knows what he's doing, especially with the and like the reverb on his snares and stuff, and his kicks were EQ'd nicely. Originality. He covered a cover. He covered a Loopstation cover. It was drum and bass, but like still, what? He could have done anything else. He could have said any other lyrics except getting stronger every day, and it would have worked better. Like those ideas just didn't mesh well, and they've been done before by another looper. So that's gonna get a 3 for me. Flow, I'm gonna like the drums were in time and everything, and that was cool. That switch with the breakbeat and the and even the hardcore, that was all cool. But the 5 for me. Cleanliness, also a 5 for me. Actually, no. The 3 thing is so jarring. The repetition of the 3s is so jarring to me. Yeah. That's all I gotta say about that. Damn, you killing it. Dice would like this? Maybe. Maybe he would, maybe he wouldn't. I don't know. What do you guys have to say? Just didn't follow good structure. Yeah, we're all agreeing. We're all in agreement that the repetition of 3 is like it's so weird. And it's not the good weird either, you know, like it just came out of nowhere. I don't know.
What's up, guys?
Not
My name is
working for me.
Technicity, and this is my wild card for the Beatbox Games Winter Loopstation Tournament 2020. Let's go.
Okay, Technicity. Let's go. Delay. Baseline change. Don't have it just be one stagnant note. If your melody's changing, make the baseline change with the melody. Pro tip. Baseline, melody, they have to go the same way. Otherwise it's just weird. no, he just straight up sang, and he had like delay on 200 milliseconds or something. It wasn't like the ding dong that you have to do clicks in 2/4. Yeah. MH, you're right. It's not out of key necessarily. It's just the it's not a good tone for vocals. He still has one track open. One loop thingy open. I wonder how he's gonna use it. He's looking at the camera like, you didn't catch that part where I messed up the transition. But I did. It's my job. What are you changing? What are you changing? You're flicking the track effects knob, but I don't see anything, I don't hear anything different. Yup. Yes, sir. Okay, Technicity. I see you, bro. Let's read the comments first. Massive improvements from your OWBC. I didn't watch many of the Online Worlds wildcards. Okay, so for musicality, super repetitive. And as MH pointed out, it wasn't necessarily out of key, but the tonality of his singing was just not pleasing to the ear, with the delay on it and everything. Sounded a little too moany for my taste. And the stagnant bass line, the oop 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 oop, as there's a completely different progression happening, also didn't sit well with me. And when you just have oop 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 going on for 2.5 minutes, it doesn't it gets stale really quickly, and that's not what you want for loopers. You want to listen, man. All you loopers watching this live stream right now, the most important part about looping, two most important things, are setup and variety within the music. Setting it up and doing it as quickly as you can and efficiently, and how it's set up, plays a big factor into audience retention. You want to keep the audience retained. And I don't think I was retained like at all in that entire thing. Like nothing caught my ear, you know what I mean? So yeah, musicality, I'll give it like a 3.5, I guess. Technicality, but he was doing something with the track effects knob, but it didn't affect like what I was hearing. Which is, I think he was playing with vinyl flick or something, because he was going from all the way to the right to all the way to the left. So I'm gonna assume it was vinyl flick. But like, I didn't hear anything different. Maybe that's just because I'm smooth brain. These things go over my head. But you know, I'll give him a 4. Why not? Originality. Everybody in the chat is saying everybody's saying it's a cover of Sinners, or at least structure-wise, because of the slicer. Not only that, but also the The vinyl flick. Apparently it's apparently it's pretty similar. I don't remember exactly what Sinner sounds like by Brez. Which is weird because I love Brez. I don't know. I'll based on what I know though, I'll just give him a 4 in originality for doing a oh, and also slicer vocal disc vinyl flick. You know? It's like, yeah. I'll give him a 4.5. No. Too nice. 4. Flow? I'll give him a 5 because nothing was out of time. You know? Nothing's out of time. But the song didn't flow. You know what I mean? It just kept going. You know? And that's not being on a flat line is not a flow. A flow has ups and downs. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like it's still consistent though. That's the thing. It's consistent, but it has changes. That's what makes a good flow. Not one stagnant flat line. Cleanliness, I'll give him a 5. 4. Giving him a 4. Because his kicks and his hi-hats, his hi-hat was really weird. It was a very strange hi-hat texture. Yeah. I think I'm going to move on. Let's see what the people have to say. Okay, we're talking about being straightforward. Yeah. I'm not going to pull punches. Especially as a judge. It's my job to be critical. I can't be like if I was just like watching this, I would still low key kind of be in judge mode, you know what I mean? But I would also I'd speak my mind, you know what I mean? I'd be like, I didn't really like that, and I'd let you know why. Sweater Weather by The Neighborhood? 'Cause it's too cold for you here. Is it that? Let's find out, MH.
Hello guys, my
I
name
know
is
you're
Emil.
watching.
I'm from Czech Republic and this is my wild
I think
card
you're
for
watching.
Beatbox Games tourney. I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, second device. It was like, oh, that's really nice. See, straight in. Already set up. I'm already interested. And the bass line and the melody and the chords, they all blend together. That snare feels a little quiet, but we'll see. We'll see how everything mixes together. And the hi-hats were also quiet. And that kick is stupid. It's loud. Heavy. I feel like that's gonna be at the front. I'm predicting right now that that's gonna be at the front of everything. Yeah, okay. It is a Neighborhood cover.
I hate the beach, but I'll stand in California with my toes in the sand. Just the sleeves on my sweater. Time for the winter. Head in the clouds, but my gravity's ended. Touch my neck, not touch yours. You and those little high-waisted shorts.
The kick cutoff was a little messy.
And now, so let me hold both your heads in the host of my sweater.
fan of the tremolo. I am a fan of the delay. Oh. That's nice. That's smart. Again, the tremolo's not really doing it for me though. That's smart. That's really smart. Another kind of messy cutoff transition. But overall, that's the most solid wild card so far, I'd say. Musicality, easy 9. Because the chord progression is just gorgeous. His singing was really good. What else is there? The use of the delay is so smart to accentuate these like these little notes up top with the with the that's really smart. That's really smart. I'm gonna before this leaves my mind, I'm gonna give you a 7 in flow just because the tremolo did not serve you well this time around. But that part was so groovy. But then the tremolo came in and I was like it was very conflicting. But I think the overall flow and the structure of it, like the setup and all that makes up for it. But the tremolo was a little messy. Technicality, again, the assigning and the delay, very difficult. And you have to be very knowledgeable about the loop to even pull that off. I'm not even that knowledgeable about the loop. I know nothing about assign switching and stuff. So for technicality, I'll give you probably 9. Originality, it's a cover, so you know you can only really be so original. And he did a synth tremolo drop, which you know heard quite a bit of that. If not synth tremolo, then vocal distortion tremolo. So again, I think I'll give you a 7 there as well. Everything sounded clean though. The only thing that was unclean about that entire thing was the tremolo. So MH, you got a good routine on your hands if you just clean up the tremolo. Maybe find a different setting or something, or maybe make the level not 100 because I assume that's what it's at. Make it just a little more like fluid and in and out. 7. And just like that, MH is in first for me. With a 39. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Yeah. See the comments. I bet the comments are like, "Oh my god, I love you! Thank you for your entry. You give off an incredible atmosphere on this wild card." Agreed! That's why his musicality is so high. Laid back, yes. I love it so hard, I feel it. Remix is incredible. Yeah. This wild card definitely stands out the most so far.
Hello, my name is DJ Fromage.
What you gonna
I am
do?
from the US, and this is my
US?
wildcard submission for the Beatbox Games Winter Loopstation tournaments.
Okay. I haven't heard of this guy. Need to keep up with my US loopers. I know this song. You guys know that song? Please tell me you know that song. Yeah, it's definitely the. You're gonna need more than that, buddy, for a bass line.
If you wanna trade me like an animal, better keep your eye on my every move. I should be happy, so damn cruel.
Yeah. Called
Baby,
it.
You got nothing to prove. I can be cruel. I'm not a follower. I don't take things as they come.
The kick drum sounds like a snare. It's hard to distinguish between the kick and the snare.
I'm not a follower. I don't take
Which means his kick is
things as they
unclean.
come. If you bring it down,
Hear the snare.
you know you like it, but it drives you insane. You know you like it, but it drives you insane. You know you like it, but you're scared of the shame. What you want, what you gonna do? You know you like it, but it drives you insane. Only cause you know that you wanna feel the same. You know you like it, but you're scared of the shame. What you want, what you gonna do?
I don't remember him doing that. The beat scatter, of course. Pro tip: vocal distortion does not mean it's a good drop. Okay, DJ Cheese. Musicality's got to be a 5 for me because he got the notes right. I know what song he's covering. Like if it was unrecognizable, I wouldn't be able to know what song he was covering. But unfortunately, his singing was not up to par. But the notes were all right. I didn't like the bass line was one note, which is why the musicality is so low, and his singing. But like he got the song structure basically right. Technicality. If we're talking about just like basics in beatboxing, his kick and snare were a little bit unclean. And the beat scatter, yeah, there was nothing really mind-blowing or like new or special about any of that. I just gotta give this guy straight 5s. Yeah. Maybe a 4 in cleanliness. Yeah. I don't know what else. It's good to see more U.S. loopers. That's all I can say.
Yo, this is Michael coming at
Speaking
you
of
from
US
Brooklyn, New York,
loopers.
and this is my Loopstation wildcard for the Beatbox
And people in the
Games
chat.
Loopstation battle.
Panning! And robot! You just want to what? Is this about to be rhythm? This is either going to be chill or rhythm. And I don't think I'm ready for either. Oh, those hi-hats are out of sync. The shaker, I mean, just a little bit though. That kick is massive though. A little shaky on the vocals there. Interesting. Ooh! That was cool. That was a cool transition, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, key change! Well, not really a key change, but it's minor now. Or at least the minor's implied now, a little bit. Those build-up jumps need to be a little cleaner, and they like left too soon. That's pretty cool. It's a little too much in terms of the distortion. Like in the mix, I think there's too much going on, but all the ideas are there. That's tricky. Ooh! Wham! Wham! Cool. Nice. That was sick. That was cool. Why did it end like that? Why did it just cut away? I wanted to live in that. That was such a cool ending. Musicality, 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 musicality. Tricky. Musicality is tricky. Because all the musical components were there. They just all happened at once. And I think they would have been better off structured like in groups, like the bun dun 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 was such a sick idea. And if he had isolated that without the robot chord, I think it would have hit harder. Because it's like, oh, he switched it. It's a new idea now. Because the idea itself was sick, but it didn't have to go with the idea that we'd been hearing for the past 2 minutes. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was all there. And the wham, and there's this one part where he does an accent that really stood out to me. That's cool. That's really cool. I think for musicality, I'll give you a 7 because the ideas are definitely there. They're definitely there. Technicality, also a 7. Because while a lot of that stuff was hard to do, like the he said it. Actually, I'll give him a 7.5 because what he's doing is pretty difficult. And I'm acknowledging that it just didn't all sound the best sometimes, like especially when stacked on top of each other. Originality, the reminds me a lot of Rhythmind and these robot chords. Also pretty standard. I know Robot is very limited in the kind of chords and notes that you can create, but I'll give you a 6.5 because that accenting was like something I don't think I've heard before. I might have, but if I did, I'm not remembering it. So I'll give you a 6.5 in originality. Flow, I'm gonna have to give you a 6 in that, mainly for the hi-hats in the beginning. The kind of fell out of time a little bit, and also the that one build-up that didn't really flow together very well, and especially the transition into the second drop. So you get a 6 in flow for me. And in cleanliness, at times it sounded really muddy because the distortion was just like a little too much, and everything was a little too overbearing. But like when it was clean, you know. When it hit, it hit. So I think I'll give you a 7 in cleanliness. And you're at a 34, right there. Micah, if you're still in the stream, there's your feedback for that routine. Like, you're solid, man. Also, represent New York, dude. But yeah, I feel like I've definitely heard better from you. And I've heard very little from you, but I think I've heard better. And I'm not comparing you. I'm not using that as a comparison to judge you now. But I'm just putting that out there. Linkin Park cover. Oh, I forgot to read the comments. I'm so stupid. Let's read the comments. Couldn't get enough. Doing your thing. He is doing his thing. Yeah, that was clean. That was really clean. Apart from the off-time drums, you like the vibes and ideas. Yep. See, the opinions are there. All right, time for this. I think we're more than halfway through the wildcards now. So that's good news. Oh, and we got some pretty big names. Oh, Skellum! Skellum was the guy. PSN, if you're still in the chat, Skellum is the guy I was thinking of when I was talking about Slither. For Slither. Ooh, these hi-hats. Those kicks are not very clean. I need to turn the light on. That's much better. and everything, dude. How was my production value was that high? Musicality? 6. It was true to the song. For the most part. No, it was true to the song. It was just disorienting at times when it got all distorted and stuff. I think that was my main issue with it. But the bass line and the grand delay melody, that was all well done. His singing was it felt a little forced at times. It's okay. Not everybody has a trained voice. Technicality. I have no idea what he's doing with the. It's probably just like reverse or something that I'm completely spacing out on right now. But I liked it. I'll give him a 7 in technicality. I have to address this right now though. The drums were out of time. So I'm giving him a 5 in flow. Originality, a Linkin Park cover with granular delay, vocal distortion. Gets like a 5.5 from me. And the drums weren't very clean either. So give him a 5 in cleanliness as well. Yeah. We're moving along. We are moving along. Let's read the comments. Really nice road. This slaps. Okay, Colin. What a cover. Yeah. I can agree with that. Clockworks. Second device. It feels like the chord you made with the second device is like, I don't know if that's intentional, but it's kind of coming out of its original. It's becoming like sharp. I'm 19 insight. Pretty clean. The second drop better slap. Essentially the same. Some of these end so abruptly, and it's really funny. One sec. Okay. Clockworks. Musicality? There wasn't really a progression, which is what kind of upset me. That's why it kind of fell flat for me there. But like it was very clean sounding. I'll give you like a 7 in musicality because it does sound like a real song. I just wish that the song had more variety in terms of like chord progression and lyrics and stuff like that. Cleanliness, the sound design was there for the most part. Flow, also there. Originality, give you like a 6.5. Technicality, also a 7. That's what I'm feeling for you, Clockworks. That's what I'm feeling for you. Living up with the Helix. Best thing you've ever did. The device is looking nice. Bars. Work on your kicks and structure. Agreed. Agreed.
Hey, this is Callum from Spain, and this is my wildcard for the Beatbox game tournament.
Wait, what? How's he doing that? That doesn't sound that good, but how's he doing it? I didn't write this, by the way. By the way, I'm sorry if my reactions aren't like at the moment, but like I have to kind of focus and be in judge mode. Sorry if you came here for the reactions, but I'm more of an analysis guy. Not Maddox analysis, but like, you know, actually being critical. Not a big fan of this bass line either. Okay. I think for musicality, the bass line accompanied with his singing, accompanied with the intro chorus thingy that already kind of felt off to me, I'm gonna have to give him a 5. And the fact that it dragged on. It took like two and a half minutes just to get to the first drop. When I don't really think it should have. Technicality, I'll give him credit. That chorus thing in the beginning, not something most people think of. But like, it didn't all work for me, so I'm gonna give him a 6.5. Originality, I don't know, that filter slicer thing for the drop, and he used it both times. I'll give him a 6 for that. Flow, nothing wrong with the flow really. It's pretty hard to go wrong with flow in this kind of thing, so I'll give you a 7 for there. Cleanliness, I don't know, sometimes the kick wasn't coming through as much as I wanted it to. Like the drums kind of felt back in the mix compared to all the melodic stuff. I'll give you a 6.5. I'm recognizing his technical ability. For sure. Nah, I'm gonna give him a 6. Actually. And let's read the comments. For your entry. Nice one. Nice one. And moving on.
Hey, this is Gunwo for United States, and this is my Loopstation
USA?
for the Beatbox Games Winter Loopstation Tournament.
He looks mad comfy. Getting like Lavender Town vibes.
Stay automatic. When he add and multiply, I'm Sammy, stay automatic.
Oh?
When he add and multiply, I'm Sammy,
Bars!
stay automatic. When he add and multiply, I call them mathematics. Call them mathematics.
Wish there was more of a build up into that.
Call them mathematics.
Also, the bass line doesn't really go with the. It's nice to not hear a house beat. I'll give him that. I feel like everybody this far has been doing house beats.
I'm Sammy, stay automatic. When he add and multiply, I'm Sammy.
This is definitely a different vibe than everything else.
When he add and multiply, I'm
Makes it
Sammy,
stand out.
stay automatic. When he add and multiply, I call them mathematics. Call them mathematics.
one hand, I'm flattered. But on the other, I'm not. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, that was just kind of blatant. That was just kind of blatant. I was vibing until that happened. Then I was like, wait a minute. Technicality. Let's do cleanliness first because his drums weren't that clean. And neither were his bass textures when he vocal distorted them. Let me give him a 5 on that. And his blink blink was a little too plink plinky. You know what I mean? It was just like too I don't know. Didn't feel right in the vibe of the song. I feel like it should have been a little smoother. Less rough around the edges. Flow, I'll give you like a 5. I was vibing at one part. I was like I was kind of vibing. So I'll give you a 5 in flow. Got me to dance a little bit. Technicality 5, I guess. Nothing too crazy. Musicality also a 5 because you got that flow going, you know. Got the mathematic, but the blink blink and the woo, they didn't fit together very well. For me, unfortunately. But yeah, we can all agree that that was that looper bite. Let me find it again.
Alex.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Oops. Yep. Yeah, definitely the blink blink had too much blink blink. Thank you. I know, right? Finally. Someone knows what I mean around here. It's at the talent show? Talent show? My dude got all the friends after he performed that loop. I mean, mathematics. Yeah. Let's move on to Quince. I know this dude.
Beatbox Games Winter.
Where do I know you from, Quince?
Tournament.
From South America, I know that. Homie got that second device. Interesting. You know that's gonna be in the job. It's gonna be The sound design is nice with the second device, I gotta admit. I don't know if these chords go together exactly. Yeah. Nice use of delay in the lyrics. I wish I could hear him. Okay, that's nice. Wow. Why did I like the first part better? Lo-fi tremolo. It's pretty cool. Alright. Phaser flanger. I don't know if that fits. That's pretty cool. See, this part's nice. This part's a vibe. You're all good, buddy. Okay, this is gonna be interesting to judge. Because that was sick. But the overall scheme of it was not. Musicality? There were parts of it that I was like, I'd listen to this, you know? Like when he was rapping, even if it was not that audible, and the that was all cool. But then there were parts where he did like phaser flanger and tremolo lo-fi, and the chords were like kind of all over the place. I think I got to give him a 7 because his ideas were great. But I don't know, maybe lack of theory knowledge and like knowing what notes are in key with each other and stuff like that prevented that musicality score from being higher. For me, anyway. Technicality, man knows his way around the loop, and you can tell that. And he knows his way around the second device as well. And you can tell that in the way that he uses the delay and stuff. And like the sound design on his bass textures, on that stuff. I mean, the guy knows what he's doing. I gotta give him an 8. For originality, there's somebody. Who is this? Get out of my. Get out. Get out. Get out. Originality. I'll give you like a 7.5. Some parts felt a little bit like Frosty, but that's just because Frosty kind of pioneered second device stuff. I'll give you a 7 then. The flow was nice. There were parts where the phaser felt kind of weird, but then when the phaser hit, it hit. So I'm gonna give you a 7.5 there for real this time. And cleanliness, your drums were a little farther in the back than I would have liked it, as well as your vocals. But the second device stuff sounded crazy. The bass line sounded crazy. When you started putting track effects on all that stuff, it started to kind of lose its magic for me. But overall, I think I'll give you a 7 there. Yeah. That's what it's looking like for me. Oh. Hope you guys didn't peep those. Let's read the comments. This is so cool. Yeah, everyone can kind of just agree that the idea was sick. TJ DJ.
Hi, I'm TJ DJ, and this is my wildcard for the Beatbox.
You should be
Games
DJ
Winter
TJ.
Season Loopstation competition.
But you'd, you know, I'll give that a free of charge. You know, DJ TJ. We change the name. more time. Oh. Quick and easy. And it's got like nice undertone with that ring mod. That sounds cool. Delay hi-hats, of course. Man, everything was so clean up until the drums. Don't look at me like that, you cheeky little boy. He's like, I know my drums aren't very good. It's okay, yo. See, I know there's a phaser on it, but it's barely audible. Like, you actually have to, like, in order to hear the phaser. The lo-fi. Change the sample rate. Oh. Another technique that has, like, come to the forefront of the looping meta is vinyl flicking your thing and then saving it. I hear Yesween do it a lot. Like, a lot. I hear Antrix do it a lot. Antrix and Enhance. The vibe is too pleasant for these laser sounds. That's just me, though. I don't know if I agree with that granular delay choice. That's a cool texture because of the lo-fi. Not something you hear often. Unfortunately, I can't hear that without thinking about balance. He did popularize that. Oh, what's up, Antrix? Not yet, though. Got the DJ TJ TJ DJ. Musicality. Give him a 6. Because not everything he did worked together. Like, the vibe was so chill, and I was really enjoying it. And then he started doing, like, laser sounds. And I was like, why? The drums are so light, and I wish he just stuck to that, you know? The sound design overall had, like, a really light feeling. So I didn't think there was a need to implement heavy stuff into it. It just didn't fit well. It just didn't flow well. Which is why I'll give it a 6 there, too. Originality? I gotta give him a 5 because of that balance thing. And the beat scatter stuff. The lo-fi. Cleanliness, also gotta give him a 5 there because his drums were not the best. And some of the stuff he was trying to do really didn't come out, like that phaser. That phaser, like in the first drop or so, didn't come out at all. And also the texture of the granular delay, in some parts, like when you put it on the track effects, like it didn't feel the best. But technicality, like my guy knows how to work the loop station. Like he was playing with the he was playing with the sample rate and stuff, playing with the vinyl flick. I'll give him a 7 in that. Like my guy knows what he's doing, and he's only gonna get better. I can tell. So that's my opinion on him. Comments, of course.
Hi, I'm TJ DJ, and this is my wildcard. for the
Watch
Beatbox
all your
Games
wild cards
winter
because you
season
stare into my
Loopstation
soul
competition.
every time. Yeah, this one part. Where'd he do it? He was like, hi, right here. Look at this face. How can you give 5s to this face? I can because I'm heartless.
Hello, I'm.
Alright, before I get to Antrix, I'm gonna get a quick drink of water, but I'll be back. In the meantime, here's this. Never mind, I had soda here the whole time, and I just didn't realize it, and now it's warm, but now I gotta drink it. It's unfortunate. Okay, Antrix. Judgment Day.
Antrix, and this is my wildcard for the Beatbox Games Loopstation Winter Tournament. Let's go.
Nice second device. Quad progression. Looping really does feel like pay to win now. Because you can just get a chord progression for free. For the low price of $1,000, you can make a chord progression in 6 seconds instead of like 25. That makes me thick. It's okay. I'm fine with my one device. Like I'm chilling with my one device. This really does sound like an enhanced routine so far. This is if Enhance had a second device. But Enhance can do this without a second device.
Driving on a speed drum.
Yeah, like this structure is so enhanced.
Driving on a speed drum. I'm gonna play the trick. Playing on a speed drum. Driving on a speed drum. I'm gonna play the trick. Playing like a speed drum. I'm on speed drum. Playing like a speed drum.
We've been here for 2 minutes? For that. Little transitional error. He turned like beat repeater, beat scatter on, and it got caught in the progression. Kind of took me out of it. It's pretty cool sound design. Feels nice in my ears. And again, it's over. Just like that. Just done. It's been 4 minutes. Goodbye. Musicality. 7. Chord progression. Great. Solid. Singing. Oh, passable, you know? Minimalistic. Again, it dragged a little too long for me. Technicality, I'll give you a 7. Knows what sounds good. Knows his way around the loop. Knows his way around the second device. Knows how to create chord progression. There, done. Knows how to do that. Not easy. Had to program all that in himself. Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, boop. Originality, gotta give you a 6, my friend. Sounds a little too much like Enhance. Structure-wise. Flow? Easy. 7. Excuse me. That's the Coke talking. 7.5. I gotta give it a 7.5. Because, like, the flow is great. Like, nothing was out of time or anything. It's just, like, the overall flow of the song didn't really go anywhere. For me, personally. Until the set, like, it took 2 minutes to get to a drop that, in my opinion, didn't need 2 minutes to build up to. The second drop was probably the best part of that whole thing. But again, it just took too long to get there. So it went like this. And then it was over. Cleanliness. I'll give you an 8. Probably the cleanest sounding wildcard out of all of them. Sound design was very good on that. And yeah, that's my opinion on that. Comments! Nice one. Intrix, you're German? I don't know why I was under the impression that you weren't German. But oh, hi. Hi, copycat. Clutch, dude. Loop wildcards take a minute. They take a minute to judge. I've been doing this for 2+ hours now. The hi-hat is probably high-pass filter. In fact, it's definitely high-pass filter. But yeah, clutch. I'm gonna be here for a while. I still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wild cards left. We're almost done.
Hi, I'm Copycat from Mexico, and this is my Beatbox game Winter Loopstation Tournament 2020 wildcard.
Okay. Ooh. This is really aesthetically pleasing, and I don't know why. Oh.
¿Será tu piscina?
I don't know if I like those hi-hats or the snare. Those feel very aggressive. I like this. It feels like a video game. Come on. Please, God. It was so promising for you, man. Do you hear how these are not in tune? This bass line? It doesn't sound good together. Unfortunately. It had so much potential. balance, but I don't care. I mean, I care a little bit. Bop, bop, bop. Still a cool polyrhythm. And the note is in key this time. Wait a minute, I know this. Why did you introduce that melody at the end? That melody is so familiar. So familiar. Sounds like Arms. The music from the Arms video game. I've never played Arms. I only know it from Smash Bros. That's cool. Originality, gotta give you a 5 for that. Balance bite. Technicality, I also give you a 6. Nothing crazy, but like you know what you're doing, and that was nice with the slicer and stuff. That was cool. Musicality, gotta give you a 6 for that because the first drop was not in key. The second one was. Flow. The hi-hats were off at one point. Cleanliness. I'll give you a 6. That was not bad. That was not bad. I was vibing for a little bit. The first drop made me sad, but the second drop and everything else was decent, you know? Next we got Rhyme. From France?
Yo, it's Rhyme from Matan, Quebec, Canada, and this is my
Same
wildcard
thing.
for the Beatbox Games Winter Loopstation Tournament.
It's not a sorrow drop, NB, because Balance did it at GBB first. The vinyl flick, anyway. Exactly, Max. Imagine. Also, this is very pleasant to listen to so far. I think he's gonna rap. It's kind of what I expect. Oh, Rhyme, I hate to stop you, but we gotta read the comments. Oh wait, we did that already. There weren't really any. Sorry, Rhyme. Didn't mean to stop you.
Rhyme from
It's okay. And we're back. You gotta spit. I feel it in my bones, dude. He's gonna spit some. Some French stuff. That's my French impression. Do you like it? I think it's okay. This is really cool. Good atmosphere. God, I really have been doing this for almost 3 hours. That's crazy.
Partenaire de Bruce Wayne, prisonnier de
told you.
Batman, à suivre les règles, il peine avec sa conscience de Batman. Malgré ça, il s'obstine à rester Robin. Mais dans sa tête, ça swing deviendra Nightwing. Possédé par ses démons et le ramène à la raison. Au diable, il a succombé aux des petits
Look at this.
amitiés.
See this? This is what flow looks like. This is what flow looks like.
Des petites amitiés. Des petites amitiés. Des petites amitiés. Des petites amitiés. Oh.
Where did this come from? Am I dumb? I missed this.
Partenaire de Bruce Wayne, pris sous l'aile de Batman. Partenaire de Bruce Wayne, pris sous l'aile de Batman.
I think the fact that I can't understand what he's saying makes it even harder, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, you say that thing that I don't know what you're saying.
Il s'appelait Robin, mais maintenant c'est Nightwing.
Pretty nice. Ooh, and it's panning. It's panning. Just a heads up. Just a spoiler alert. This is first seed for me already. I feel it. Pop off, rhyme. Pop off. Musicality. Easy 9. Technicality. On the sound design alone, give him an 8.5 for that. Originality. I don't know. The sound design is in the second drop is not something I've really heard before. Give him a 9 in that. Flow? Dude. Come on. I think I was head bopping like nearly the whole time. That's an easy 10 for me. Cleanliness? Sometimes it felt like his drums had a little too much reverb, but that's being very nitpicky. And the second drop felt a little weird in terms of sound design. That was the only part where it kind of fell off for me. It's like, I'll give you an 8. But that's still the best one. Look at that. My first baby in the 40s. Good job, Rhyme. Good job. Charlie Boy. No, wait, no. I'm not making the same mistake. Let's read the comments. That was sick. Indeed it was. Super sick. Dope. Beautiful. Nice flow. I know, dude. 10 out of 10, actually. Charlie Boy.
Hey yo, what up? This is Charlie Boy, and this is my wild card for the Beatbox Games Winter Tournament 2020. Hope you enjoy.
Huh? Oh? This is promising. Maybe? Okay. Or is it gonna be a... It's gonna be a halftime thing? Yeah, it's gonna be a halftime thing. Or a mid-tempo, not halftime. It's gonna be mid-tempo. Yeah. Did you use roll for those hi-hats? Oh, well, he messed them up. Look at this. He messes it up. Did he? Yeah, look, he undo redos it. In his wild card. I don't get why people do that. If you mess up that badly and it's noticeable, just redo the whole thing.
3, 2, 1, let's go. I got my money in the clubs at the top. I got the bass in your face like a lip pop. I got my money in the clubs at the top. I got the bass in your face like a lip pop. I got my money in the clubs at the top. I got the bass in your face like a lip pop. I got got my money in the clubs at the top, top. I got the bass in your face like a lip pop. I got my money in the clubs at the top, top. I got the bass in your face like a lip pop. I got my money in the clubs at the top, top. I got the bass in your face like a lip pop. I got my money in the clubs at the top, top. I got the bass in your face like a lip pop. I got my money in the clubs at the top, top. I got the bass in your face like a lip pop. I got my money in the clubs at the top, top. I got the bass in your face like a lip pop. I got my money in the clubs at the top, top. I got the bass in your face like a lip pop. I got my money in the clubs at the top.
Interesting that he's doing this manually. I respect it though.
I got my money in the clubs at the top, top.
That's underwhelming. That's nice. I feel this part. I didn't feel that part nearly as much as I'm feeling this. Like it feels very empty, and not in the good way. Because like some loops feel empty because they use the space, and it's sick. Because it's like a deliberate emptiness that's like atmospheric in a way. But this isn't like all the moving parts in this are not. They don't pop out enough to be by themselves. You know what I mean? Musicality though, I'll give it a 6. You know? I don't think I'd listen to that if it was a song. Like that as its bare bones, I wouldn't listen to that as a song. But the music, the structure is there. The structure is there, I'm not denying that. But it could be like vastly better if the space was filled more, in my opinion. Technicality, nothing too special. I'm gonna give it a 6. It's pretty basic stuff. Guy knows what he's doing, but he doesn't utilize it the best way he could, I don't think. Originality, give him a 6.5. I don't think I've heard many people do that like mid-tempo boom into like into a trap switch. That's an interesting switch, but it's not interesting enough as a whole, I don't think. Flow? I'll give it a 7, just because actually no. I'll give it a 6.5. The transition was there, right? But it didn't always work. It was a cool transition, like on paper, but in execution, it didn't always come out the best. And cleanliness? If there's one thing that all this empty space did, it made me realize like how clean the sounds were, like the hi-hats and stuff. The hi-hat, I'll give it another 6.5, I think. Yeah. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really? Oh, we're almost done. You guys, we only got 5 more wildcards left. Oh man, oh man. Oh man, oh man. Pewish. Why is there so much feedback? You guys hear that, right? That buzz. Colin, why can't you take me seriously as a judge? Also, this is cool. What's up, Chronic? Is this about to be Blue by Eiffel 65? Oh, that kick is not good. It's distorted before he even put distortion on it. That's crazy. The melody's cool, it's just too distorted to enjoy. You done? What?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Why not? Yeah. I did not expect it to be over that quickly. That was interesting. Everything was distorted. But the only thing that needed to be distorted was the melody. Like, that worked. But for the... that doesn't work. Sounds way too messy. So for cleanliness, you're getting an automatic, like, 3. Flow? Like, whatever. 5. It was over before I knew it, which was really funny. Originality? I'll give you like a 4 because that slicer thing. Actually, no, 5 because the granular delay setup was neat. I liked it, but everything else fell flat, and then you had to do that generic like slicer on it. Technicality. What else? Yeah, setting that up is pretty difficult. The delay, the ding 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 ding. You have to memorize all the notes and stuff. I'll give you a 6 on that. Musicality, the bass line did not fit the melody at all, really. They kind of juxtapose each other. I'm gonna give it a 5. 5 for musicality. And now we move on to the GB champ. Spanish comments. Where are you from? Where are you from, Pewish? Ecuador. Wow. Crazy. Hi, Charlie. It's unlisted. Well, you don't want the world seeing this? Well, they're going to anyway. 36 people are watching you, Charlie. Hope you're happy. Okay. Impress me, Charlie. Or don't.
Yeah, wildcard. Look, 2 devices. Got one here, but I ain't gonna use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Flex. Flex. Silent record. Maybe. Why are you silent recording your kick drums? Am I dumb? Does anybody not hear this? Wait. Let me refresh.
Yeah, wildcard. Look.
Why is he doing this all? Why did he have to silent record for 30 seconds? He made me wait for 30 seconds. And for what? Little pitchy. Little pitchy on the bass line as well. MHG freestyled this? That explains it. Okay. Sure. He's the boss, guys. Look at his face, dude.
Yeah, that's my wildcard. Big up freestyle. Big up.
Big up freestyle. I've conflicted emotions on that. Very conflicted emotions on that. His attitude in the video also does not help his case. Like, don't ever convey this attitude in looping. And I know he probably doesn't, like, he didn't think about this, he didn't think this deep into it. But don't ever convey this, like, I don't care, I'm just gonna attitude in your wild cards. Because I don't want to judge that, you know what I mean? I want to judge something that you're into, you know? Because if you're into it, I'm into it. Like, he was into it for parts of it. Like, you can see his face, like, light up at some parts, and I'm like, okay, I'm feeling you a little bit. But, like, when you end it and start it, like, like, I don't even care if I get in or not, then it's like, well, why'd you even submit? Originality. An 8, because that drop was, yeah, no one's doing that, you know? Flow. The snares were kind of out of time. And 30 seconds of dead silence does not flow well, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to give him a 6 in flow. Cleanliness. Oh, let me do musicality first. Technically, nobody knows how to use second device like Frosty, except maybe Inky. No, definitely Inky. Musicality. Give him a 6 because he was a bit pitchy with the starting those chords and even the bass. And again, 30 seconds of dead silence. I count that. I count that as part of your song. Which is like, why would you not just skip 30 seconds ahead? It's a performance, you know? If you're doing that live, you can't skip 30 seconds ahead live. I don't know. And then cleanliness. Give you a 7. Yeah. Okay. I mean, he's in, you know? But I'm not happy about it, necessarily. Yeah. Okay. We're getting down to the last 3.
Hi, my name is Galouche, and
Hey,
this is my
Galouche.
entry for the Beatbox Games Battle in December, hosted on Swiss Beatbox. Hope you all enjoy my track.
Look at this camera work.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
Cool.
Oh yeah, Kyle, you should definitely check out Ryan. Also, Max, the video was unlisted, so there weren't many comments at all. Oh, he's got 2 loop stations, right? Oh wait, that's not a loop station, is it? That's Korg. The keyboard? Oh, okay. I see. Cool. A little too much high end for my taste. Oh, it's a... I just read the hashtag. Yeah. It's been a while since I've heard this song.
You think I'm crazy, yeah, you think I'm crazy. Well, it's nothing.
Okay, that's... I guess we can just use... As long as you go into it right before. Like, it sounds good.
You think I'm crazy, yeah, you think I'm crazy. Well, it's nothing.
Okay. That was a nice pre-drop. Okay, that was pretty cool. Again, the fact that he had to go, and then it became... It's pretty interesting. But yeah, musicality. Musically, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like, it's obviously in key because he's a talented singer. And because he's got a keyboard to literally lay out the chords for him. So, perfect musicality, I guess. Technicality. I'll give him an 8. Definitely an 8 in technicality. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing with the synth. And with his effects, like his phaser and stuff. And his filters, all that good stuff. Originality, it's a cover, but it was definitely in Galoush's style. I'm from America, so I've heard Galoush loop before. And this is definitely like a style he's like trademarked for himself. So I'm gonna give him an 8 there. In originality. And flow. I was bopping. Give him an 8 in flow. What's this last one? Cleanliness. Sometimes his chords, when he was starting out with the chords, they felt a little too distorted. And the drums were also kind of weak at times. I'll give him a 7.5 though. And that's our second wild card in the 40s. And now we got 2 more.
Yo, I'm
Right. Of course. Also, originality for the camera work. That's awesome. Yeah. I'm gonna go listen to that song after this is over. It was a good song. And we got Yazweed chilling in the robe. Took some advice from your boy. Robes are the future.
I'm Yazweed. I'm from Belgium, and this is my wild card.
It's okay to
for
be
the
in your
Beatbox
bathrobe,
Games Winter
Yazweed.
Tournament for Loopstation.
I was in my bathrobe for the final of Mad Meal. Both finals of Mad Meal. Solo and loop. I was chilling. Do it again? Whoop. He said whoop. Is this drum and bass? Oh, it's Sweet Dreams? That's cool.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world on the 7 seas. Everybody is looking for something. Sweet dreams are, sweet dreams are, sweet dreams are, sweet dreams are.
I think I know what he's about to do. Only because of the title.
To disagree. I travel the world on the 7 seas. Everybody is looking for something. Looking for something. Looking for something. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world at the 7 seas. Everybody is looking for something. Okay, it's time for the biggest switch you've ever heard in your fucking life. Let's go.
I can't tell if he's trolling.
Wait for it.
Well, that's why it sounded out of key before, because he was setting up this in a new key. But the oh is out of key, because it's still stuck in the old one.
Listen.
of a bottle of alcohol.
That was playing.
Feel like Godzilla. Better hit the deck like the car dealer. Mile squats and you're walking around the party. A cross between a zombie apocalypse and Big Bobby. The brain eating bitches probably the same reason I was so with maniac.
The baseline still doesn't fit.
Consider it to cross me a costly mistake if they sleeping on me. The always been yet insomnia, ADHD, hypoxic, Vesica Rossi. NAA, but an AK melee, fitness at it like a blade, bit of a gauge, rich like a fake mayday. This beat is great courage, H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A. Laughing all the way to the bank, I spit fire, they cannot let me placate the monster.
I give him a 7 in musicality. Ah! No, yeah, 7. Because the melodies were alright. Like, the melodies of the songs he was covering, they were all good. But the bass line, up, it didn't work. He was, like, creating tritones. It was weird. No, Kyle, you're wrong. The bass fit Sweet Dreams. But the last two, no, because they were in different keys. This is what Sweet Dreams was in. This is what the last two songs were in. So, if this is the bass note, it makes a tritone. And, back in medieval times, if you played a tritone, people would think that you would worship Satan, and you'd be killed. Because it's just so unpleasant. Like, doesn't this sound demonic? It's like, this is the devil's music. You're a witch. Die. That was the mindset back in the olden days. Technicality. I'll give him a 7. I'm gonna let me address flow right now, because these transitions. You can't say this is the best transition you've ever heard of, ever in the world, in your entire life, in your mind, brain, in the sea, in the sky. And it's like, I don't know. It wasn't that for me. And none of the songs really worked together for me. I'm going to have to give them a 5 in flow. Because if you're basing your entire routine around transitions, but the transitions are like kind of weird. The only clean transition was Maniac into Godzilla. That was clean. But Sweet Dreams into Maniac, not so much. And all of them into Psytrance, didn't work for me. Cleanliness, I don't know. When he was making the melodies of Maniac and Godzilla come between each other, it could have been. It just sounded messy at times when the two granular delay melodies were going back and forth with each other. Did not work for me. Frick. Cleanliness. Give him a 6.5, I guess. And originality, they're all covers over a so I can't even really give him that much credit for that either. 6.5, I guess. Nah, 6. 6. If I wanted to be really mean, I could do 5.5. But I won't. Colin said, be mean. Alright, fine. We'll knock it down. Have a point. Actually, no. No, this is stupid. They were all covers and they were all granular delay melodies. I don't care if you transitioned between all of them. It was weird. There, that's as mean as I'm gonna be. As mean as I'm gonna be. All right. Let's read the comments for the second to last time. I wasn't ready for the Godzilla switch. Yeah, that was like that was the best part of the whole thing. Good concept. Yeah. DJ as weed. Yeah. I don't know. Mixed emotions. Anyway, this is gonna be the last wild card of the day.
Hi, this is
And then I'm outta here.
and this is my wildcard for the Beatbox game Winter Loopstation 2020.
Am I allowed to show my top 8? I mean, it's not gonna be everyone's top 8, probably. Maybe. I don't see. Okay, Sonic. Where's he from? Thanks, Mateo. Didn't I just hear this? Wait a minute. I just heard this. I heard this from I heard this from Technicity. I heard it from Technicity. The same chord progression. Oh, it's a Gothenburg cover.
That I try to fix myself and help. My music helps me to grow, but I can't feel you in this place.
Interesting.
But I can hear you.
What's up with people covering already established Loopstation routines?
My music helps me to grow.
I mean, I'm not too mad at it, I guess, as long as they make it like somewhat original. I don't know, it just feels weird to me. It's chill. Okay. Okay. Cool. That's in key. Good job, that's in key. I like that hi-hat placement. Hep, 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 hep. I don't like the slicer on it though.
But I can hear you in this place. I can feel you in this place. But I can't hear you anymore. That I try to fix myself in her. My music helps me to grow. I can feel you in this place. But I can't hear you anymore. That I try to fix myself in her. My music helps me to grow.
Okay, Sonic. That was a nice note to end on. Nice chill note to end Musicality. Man's was in key the whole time. Had a nice singing voice. I'm gonna give him a 7. .5. Yeah. Technicality. What he was doing wasn't too hard. I'm gonna give him a that part was the coolest part, for sure. The flow was good. Flow was really good. I'll give that a 7. Originality, I gotta give it like a 5, unfortunately, because it is a Gothenburg cover, which is an already pre-existing loop routine. And I feel like we just heard this chord progression. I feel like we heard that already in Technicity's Wildcard. You know, probably a coincidence, but like it's just like pick another chord progression. I don't know. Pick another song. Make an original song. Don't cover Gothenburg if you don't need to. Like, this didn't need Gothenburg lyrics, you know what I mean? And he did the vocoder technique as well, like the same way that Gothenburg does it. Technicality. What was I going to do for technicality? I was going to do 6. Yeah, 6 in tech. Everything was clean. Everything in the mix was clean. I'll give him that. The drums could have been louder. I'll give him a 6.5 in cleanliness. And just like that. Okay, let me do this math because it doesn't want to compute it for some reason. 7.5, 6.5, that is 14, 21, 26, 32. And let me fix Mills' score real quick. 7, 6, I think this is 25. Yeah. Okay, we're done here. So there are a few ties in certain places. I think right now all you need to know is that the 3 highest wildcards. Didn't I have a 39 somewhere? Yeah, I did. Okay. The 3 highest wildcards in order. First is Rhyme for me, second is Galoosh, and third is MH. With that information, take what you will. But yeah. Let me just hi. So thank you for watching. This was fun. We're done judging. Woo! Yay! So yeah, Ryman first for me, Galushan second for me, and MH in third. That seems fair. It's a fair assumption, yes? Let's read the comments a little bit. We can discuss if you disagree with any of my opinions, which is perfectly reasonable. I think I was fair. Oh, we're discussing what constitutes as a banger. A banger is just a good song. You know what I mean? Oh no, I think there's a difference. I think there's a difference between bangers and bops. You know what I mean? Like something you can bop to, as opposed to bang to. You know what I mean? Like bops are more chilled out, kind of groovier. Bangers can be groovy. Bangers have the potential to be groovy, but they're usually more along the lines of, like, I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say, though. Like, that was a bop. That last one was a bop. But then that one drop towards the end, that was a banger. That drop was a banger, but overall, bop. You know what I mean? Let's read more comments. I honestly think Antrix should have been like +2 or 3 points because I love his wild card, but I get your rating. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, these are just opinions, you know? Like some of these things, you can be really nitpicky and technical, and like there is a criteria here to based on like technicality. Like some people are just straight up doing things that are harder to do, but sometimes it doesn't sound as good, and that's something you have to factor in. But if it's hard to do and it sounds good, that's usually gonna score them more points. Or if it sounds good but it's not impressive by its own, or you know what I mean? These things matter. I wonder, how would you rate one of my routines? I don't think I'm really allowed to do that. I'm allowed to have my own opinions on my own songs, but you know, I try to hit all these categories. I try to make them like technically difficult. I try to make them like as true to me as I can, as like my style. I like to do what I like to do, you know. My musicality is always going to be high because I come from a musical background, and not everybody does, and I understand that. But you know, some people worked their entire lives to be singers, you know? So when they come into the looping field, they're gonna have an advantage. Some people have money to spend and technical knowledge of second devices. They're going to have an advantage. That's nobody's fault, you know? It's just the way I look at it. I think pasta should be eaten raw. KBA, you're weird. Personally, I don't think technicality matters. If one thing sounds insane and is super simple, then it should be rated as that. That was the vibe I was going for with my Mad Meal wildcard. Like, all I'm doing is alternating between a guitar to bass, some vocal harmonies, and a delay bass. Like it's not crazy difficult, but it's the execution and the context around it in the routine that makes it stick out, and that's what makes it hit. You know what I mean? Like, an idea can be sick on its own, but it needs context. That's what's important. That's what loopers need to work on. They need to stop focusing on ideas. This is beatboxers in general, actually, because a lot of beatboxers and loopers, they have ideas. They have drops, but everything around it is just kind of there. It feels very thrown together sometimes. That's why Rhyme, Galoosh, and MH all scored so high, because they had one consistent theme going the whole way through. And that's what stuck out, and that's what makes it memorable and more enjoyable to listen to. That's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, KB8, for the most part, I agree with you. I agree with you in that. But it's like, yeah. It sounds simple, but the effects are kind of wonky. Oh, in the ice routine. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me analyze that. Alright, KBA. You're asking for this. You're asking for this. This was your best performance of this ever. Pardon me as we transition into the reactors segment of the of this live stream. Okay. What's up, KBA? So yes, this beat is simple, but again, it's the execution, the context, the performance, and the cleanliness of the sounds that make it as memorable than what it is. Ooh, and let me clarify. Technique doesn't mean how many buttons you can press. Technique is also how clean your kicks sound. Like that how do you balance your high frequencies and your low frequencies? How do those things balance and like sound? Are they clean? You know, is it, what is my filter turned to? Why does it sound this way? So like technique is like, it's not only like button mashing and turning knobs and stuff, it's also sound design, which can also fall into the cleanliness thing, but I see sound design in the technicality aspect as well. So for this, technique is high, because you know my man's fine-tuned like his filter and his reverb and his EQ to make these drums and these sound this way. And he made the chorus and the drop or ring mod or whatever it is to harmonize with it, which is musical and technical. Because he used his technical knowledge of the Loopstation to find the note so that it would be musically in tune and musically make sense. That is where musicality and technicality go hand in hand. Let me analyze that. This. Simple. But the execution, the performance, the musicality, the context, the atmosphere. There's so many factors. So many factors. KBA, if you really want to analyze me, then go for it, you know? I'd like to hear what you have to say. And this build-up, musicality, flow, this all flows together. There's no boring part of it. There's no part that doesn't make sense. There's no part that you're questioning, like, why is that there? Like, in the context of the song, it all blends together. And that's what loopers struggle with the most, is making things blend together and be cohesive and not feeling like out of place. So next time you make a wild card, reference loopers like KBA, reference loopers like Dice, reference loopers like me, I guess, you know? Hate to, like, say it, but if there's one thing I do right, it's structure in looping. And that is the most important thing for a looper. Because you need to entertain someone for 3 consistent minutes, and it can't fall off one time. Or else you've just lost. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter how simple KBA's routine is, because it's not boring. It's not boring. It has you immersed the entire time. So do Dice's rounds. They have you immersed the whole time. Well, some of Dice's rounds. Most of Dice's rounds keep you engaged the entire time. And that's the most crucial thing in loopers. You need to maximize setup time and transitions. Those are the 2 most overlooked things in looping right now. Which if it's everybody just stopped thinking about the most cool effect pattern or like what everybody else is doing and just focused on making good ideas, setting them up quickly, and transitioning them into stuff that makes sense, that would be the most ideal world for looping. So yeah, those are my thoughts on that. Cool? Good here? Let me read. Yeah. I'm down to make analysis of loops. Yeah. Casper, hit me up, dude. I'm down. We obviously know what we're talking. We would like shoot shit in Discord all the time and just be like, this sucks and here's why. Well, it doesn't suck, but it could be better and here's why. You know what I mean? Like we do that with people all the time already. We do that with our own battles. I tell you why in my eyes you lost that battle. You tell me in your eyes why somebody else like won a battle. Or like why I lost against Frosty. Like we just get it. So I'm down. I'm down. Move over Shazam and Zin. You got KBA and Biscuit, dude. Loop analysis. Loop analysis. I don't want to leave you guys high and dry. And just end the stream right here. So I think I'm gonna do one loop, and then I'm gonna call it. Yeah. Let me at. I could write an entire essay about why I lost the dice. True, dude. True. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do a loop and then stream over. Cool? Everyone good with that? Awesome. This is a new one, by the way. Like, not even a week old yet.
Is something that most human beings don't even have a grasp of 90% over. The mind brain is a terrible thing to waste. You must be careful.
the new one. It's called Mind Brain. Real ones know. But yeah. What do you guys think? I went for sound design in that one. Yeah. My main focus on that was like sound design and atmosphere for sure. I love the snare, dude. Oh, dude, I just deleted it. I'm upset. But yeah. The snare in that is like my favorite thing ever. It's just so, it just hits like all the right frequencies without being like too much, you know what I mean? Yeah. I just tried to make it like as vibey and different as possible while still like being true to myself, I guess. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed my analysis of the wild cards that I judged, and I look forward to judging this battle when I think it's the 20th? Either the 20th or the 19th, one of those things. But regardless, I'll see you guys there. Yeah, take care, guys. Thanks for sticking around. Love you all.